If there's ever an experience that I think every motorsports fan should have at least once in their lives, it's the start of the Bathurst 12-hour from the top of the mountain up at McPhillamy Park in particular. You need to rise early in order to experience it. You're probably not going to get a good sleep the night before, but honestly, it's 100% worth it. You have the sun rising over the Blue Mountains to the east. You have the complete darkness to the west. And down there you have the town of Bathurst just lighting up the plain below like the night sky. And when the race goes green, you slowly hear this wall of sound approaching you. And you know what's coming. You know exactly what's going to happen, but there is no getting bored of it. You see the light beams rising over the top, and then the cars just zoom past you. Their lights are on, they're lighting up the track ahead of them. You can barely see anything except for the track, the cars, and the mountains in the distance, and it's just this perfect union of sight and sound. It's something that you can never replicate. It's something that you will remember for the rest of your life, if it's your first time. Unless, of course, the race goes yellow halfway around the first lap. Still in the early stages of the race. At this point, Mostert in the BMW was basically unstoppable. And I was looking to get a coffee, wake myself up, warm myself up, because as you can see, it's pretty cold out here, but after looking at the line for coffee, I think I'll wait a bit. Well, that was nice. The boys from All Star Motorsport donated a coffee to me. That was very kind of them as I went on my way to the S's. So I'm going to go down there and catch some shots. Apparently, in the first 24 or so laps, Mostert has stretched out the lead to 41 seconds. And of course, taking into account the safety car period, it's an average of 2 seconds per lap or thereabouts, slightly less. So you take out the safety car laps, that's like 3 seconds a lap almost. That BMW was amazing right now. I'm down here at the S's. Behind me is this line of photographers all queuing up to get that iconic shot of cars coming down the mountain after Skyline. And there's people making their way down to Forest Elbow as well, just going for a stroll down the hill. It's the climb back up they got to worry about. already showing the effects of sunburn. Motorsport at 7 in the morning. There's only a few places in the world you can get this.
Chips in a Chico roll. I can think of worse things to have for breakfast.
Following motorsport events on TV and on live streams on the internet is pretty easy. You have all of the information possible available to you, and you're in the comfort of your own home. But when you're at the track, when you're actually watching events like this live, it becomes increasingly hard to follow. You can only hear the commentators in short bursts, and you have to try to glean as much information as you can from the fragments of the sentences that you hear before another car blasts by and completely drowns out every other sound around you. As I continued filming, I found myself with very little idea of what exactly was going on in these first few hours of the race, but there was one thing that continued making itself immediately apparent to all of us, and that was the number of safety cars. This race was turning into a bit of a yellow fest. It seemed like you'd be watching proceedings and then you'd turn away for a moment, turn around, and then the marshals would be waving double yellows and holding out SC boards. I guess on the bright side, it gave us a lot of time to move around and try and get some nice shots of the cars as they went by us. Me and Warren decided to go down to Forest Elbow and see what was going on down there. It was on the way down there that I had my next meeting a fan experience, but this one was unprompted. It was completely out of the blue. I was down at the Dipper and I was filming, and there was this guy standing next to me taking pictures. We both finished what we were doing down there, and then he turns to me and says, "Hey, are you Southpaw Racer?" And it completely caught me off guard. I shook his hand, we had a quick chat, and we both had stuff to do, things to attend to, so we both went our separate ways, but that was super cool. Like, that's the first time I've been recognized in public without someone arranging to meet up, and it happened this weekend. It was fantastic. It was really great to meet you, Eddie. On the way, but now we're down here and I'm getting some amazing shots of the cars as they go by. And we said this on our track walk the other night, just the fact that it's so steep, it just keeps going downhill, and when you're standing down at the elbow, it's like it's a cliff of tarmac just looming up above you. It's a fantastic view. The fact that all the cars are so close together right now because of yet another safety car, it's made things pretty interesting. What's going on here? Well, that's not good. Oh, wheel's loose. Back wheel. Uh-oh. Whoa. All right. Shoot, motherfuckers! Oh, what? Another? Oh, man.
Cars Australia Mark II machines. That's come to a halt, and that looks not just like overheating. There's black smoke coming out of that, and that's going to have flames coming out as well. This is course yellow, and we're scrambling.
Yeah, get out of there, mate. Man. Where's that happen? Down at the Chase? Jesus.
Down there, you fucker.
Great work by the marshal, emptied one fire extinguisher into it.
Yeah, they're not putting the fire extinguisher in the right place at all, are they? What the hell are you doing? Yeah, okay, fine, yeah. Now you go where the flames are. What? Thank God we have the fucking driver to save the day. Oh no. That's one of the Janettas, isn't it? There's one of the Porsches rubbing a guard. Fuck, that's a big hit. Oh, he's okay, that's good. What happened? Oh no, no! Oh man, that's
Car's meant to stay.
Oh! Yeah, right, okay. Coming up on 3 o'clock. The race has entered its final 2 hours and I don't know who to root for. Because Mostert is fanging again in the BMW, the number 43. But then you got the number 100 BMW chasing him down. I want that Bentley number 17 to do well because, you know, it's Bentley and I love Bentley. And the number 12 Porsche as well, because it's got Matt Campbell in it. They're all in contention. So, man, I don't know. This is difficult. And it's starting to get really hot. Fuck, oh man, I'm pissed right now. I just came up to the run up to McPhillamy and I saw on the fucking TV cam both the Bentley and the 43 BMW have just crashed. So I'm going to wait and see what the hell happened. Alright, let's have a look. What happened? What happened? That was the 991. They're coming through. Oh! Oh! Mostert tagged Lawrence. And then the Bentley went side by side with him. And then they went to the wall in traffic. Oh! Wow. Oh, man. Alright, here we go. Oh, man. Oh. Jesus. Fucking hell. Let's have a look from Lawrence's view. So Lawrence got tagged, fair enough. Wow. Man, I don't know who to blame for that. That's really shit. And a Lambo with a missing wheel.
He's missing a wheel.
Uh-oh.
Fuck, he's that close when I was
I'll tell you what, Luke Jordan did a fucking good job this morning.
He did. It was like,
Oh yeah, Bentley returns. So we're back under safety car once again after a Lambo lost a bloody wheel. I'm so pissed. I'm actually angry. I'm extremely unhappy with what's happened in the last few minutes. Like my two top cars of the race are basically out of contention. And you know, I'd love it if Bentley would be able to win the Bathurst 12 Hour once. Just once. That's all. But every time they're in contention, something happens to them, and I'm just... And just like that, we're on the safety car again, because the leading Audi lost drive at the cutting. So every car that could have or should have been in the running for this race is now out.
Guys, it's a bit more serious than
Just
that.
about everyone.
The last time that they came in, they didn't have the right Pirellis.
This is
for the
going
front.
insane.
So these tires that are going to...
Oh, and just like that, one of the Mark cars. Mere moments after. Oh my god. From all the walking I've done. My lips are dry and sore, almost cracking from the constant wind. And we've got less than half an hour to go on the race. Thanks to fuel stuff, I don't quite know what's happened, but Porsche stand a chance of locking out the podium here. We'll see what happens. Barely 2 minutes after I recorded that, the race-ending crash happened, just up the road from where we were. Whoa, what's happened here? This happened just up there. There it is. Oh, jeez.
Where does the bird come in?
Oh, jeez.
Just wait.
Oh, no. Oh, They're okay?
he's limping a bit. He doesn't look well.
I do share the sentiment that the marshals at that post could have been a little more proactive with waving their flags, but at the same time, you can't completely discount the nature of the track in that section. I think Eric Banner on Twitter put it best. They should install some kind of light system up the top.
Oh, shit, I hope he's okay.
I decided to pick my way through the crowd that was quickly forming to see if the drivers were okay, and man, I have never experienced that kind of tension before. Just seeing these scenes play out in front of me and not knowing if the drivers were alright. That's not an experience that I particularly liked, but it was certainly one to remember. Fortunately, nobody was seriously hurt, so I guess everyone got lucky this time.
I was running around it again and again, but...
Yeah! Red flag. Race suspended. So these are some interesting circumstances. I don't know what's going to happen here. I'm hearing that the ice-brake Porsche, the one that Matty Campbell was driving, would have been the best on fuel out of all the Porsches. I don't know about the Mercedes or the Audis. Bloody hell. What a turn of events. What? Confirmed, Audi won. That's it. That's it, Audi won.
It's a unique set of circumstances here at the Liquid Bully Bathurst 12 hours.
Yeah, I reckon it's because it's...
Wow. Third victory for Audi at Mount Panorama. Their last one was in 2012.
Wow.
With Phoenix Racing.
Yep, that's it.
Mazda as the most successful.
My God. Fucking hell. That thing's completely wrecked. Oh my God.
We all had one final dinner together as a team at the King's Hotel in town. And the next morning, it was time to pack up and leave.
Yeah. That's fucking great.
Goodbye, Bathurst. See you next year, maybe?
trip back. Say goodbye to everybody. So it's just me now for the next few hours while I wait for my flight to take off. Having some lunch while I wait. I'm still not sure how to feel about the race result. Or the way in which it ended. I suppose, all things considered though, it was a fun weekend. Loads of fun, and I'll definitely be back again. Already talking about next year. Already talking about going bigger and better. Taking along a generator and stuff like that. But that's it. It's over. Back to regular life. At least I got Singapore noodles. Guess I got less room when on the flight here, but at least I got a window seat. I'm home. I'm home. And the Bathurst 12 hour remains unbeatable in terms of spectacle and fun. And this guy is very happy to see me. Aren't you, boy? Hey? Hello. It's been a while, hasn't it? Hey? Oh, my boy, I love you. I've had an absolutely ace weekend / last half of a week. Met some great people again. Some for the first time. And I saw a hell of a race. I mean, what more could you ask for? Camping at the greatest track in the world. Getting woken up by the sound of race cars. And I know I'm home because my household sounds are starting again. It's back to the grind. Well, not really a grind, it's more a slow push through many tasks, including university and video making. So I hope you enjoyed my perspective of this event, and roll on next year. I can't wait. I'm SouthPawRacer. I'm a sim racer. I make videos about that and other stuff. I'm gonna check my mail. Goodbye. Hello. Come here. I scared the cat off.